Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari. So y'all already know, well, y'all don't know what this story is, I guess based off the title. But before we get into the story, let me do my community spotlight of the week. Did I say follow me on my socials? I think I did. So y'all, the community spotlight of the week, we got Rochelle81, Jay Murray, Poden Pondering, I Say What I Want 94, and Joy Sambidden. Thank you so much for being my top commenters of the week. I literally got so much. Y'all make sure y'all hype me down below. My last video, I wasn't able to get to the top. My goal was to get into the top 10 on the board or whatever, but I got to number 11 and that's good enough for me. But y'all, to hype videos, you just go down to the comment section. Before you comment, it's 3 dots, so you swipe and then it'll say like hype and then you can send points. You're able to send 3 a week. I'm just saying, you don't gotta send me all your 3, but if you want to. But anyway, let's get straight into the story. So y'all, this is a story time about Florida. So y'all, let's rewind it back so everything could make sense, and then it could be like, oh, okay. Even though I know y'all probably think like how getting freaking in the woods need to make sense, but just bear with me. Okay, so around this time, y'all already know, when I was dealing with Florida, I told y'all for some odd reason my mind was gone. Like I was literally like crashing out over him for no freaking reason. This was not my man, and it was so much going on. Like I've been through a breakup before, but I've never reacted to my new person like this, which is so crazy. So y'all know, well, I don't know if y'all know, but I was going through a breakup when I had met him. So I don't know, a lot of times I feel like in my mind I didn't want my ex back at all. I didn't want him back, but I expected Florida to do the things that I should have expected him to do in that relationship, if that makes sense. So yeah, and it was like, I just met this man, this is not my man. Well, he was my man, but he wasn't my man. Anyway, so yeah, so around this time I used to be just crashing out, doing the most. Like I used to be just losing my mind. So one day my homegirl hit me up and she was just basically telling me how this one dude, because around this time I used to go out all the time, she was telling me how this one dude that she met when we was at the club one day invited her out for his birthday. So I was like, oh, who is he? Like, you know, because I don't really remember. I remember her meeting people, but when my homegirls meet people, I don't ever be in their face. Like, I'm not a cock blocker. You get your number, talk to whoever you want to talk to. I'm not gonna be all up in a person's face trying to grill them or do the most. Like, no. So she was meeting a boy or whatever, and I don't remember because, like I said, again, I probably was in my phone or not paying him no mind. So she's like, oh, we met him on such and such night. So I'm like, oh, like, I'm not even knowing what he looked like, but it really don't even matter. You invited me to the club. I was going out a lot. Let's go. So she was just like, yeah, let's go out or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. So at this time, I was so happy to be going out, because if I wasn't going out with my friends, I was going out with Florida. And we wasn't going out that weekend because he already had told me that it was his homeboy's cousin birthday weekend and they was going to go do something. They had a club and all this other stuff like that. So I was excited because I'm like, yes, I'm going to be outside too, so I won't just be in the house watching his stories and crashing out, listening to music, sending him messages that don't make sense, cussing him out for no reason. Like, you know, so I'm like, good, I'm going to be outside my damn self. So anyway, he ended up hitting me up and he was just like, hey, like, what you doing tonight? It was that, like, we fast forwarded now to that Saturday. He was like, what you doing tonight? Because he was, mind you, I told y'all he was going out, and he was asking me like if I wanted to link with him before. Like, he's like, I could come pull up on you, or we could go eat or something before I go out tonight, or if you want to link after, I just want to see you or whatever. So I was like, I'm going out too. Like, you know, I'm just excited. I'm like, I'm going out too. I'm thinking he gonna get jealous. The whole time this man is happy that I'm living my best life. So I'm like, I'm going out too. So he was like, okay, where you going? So I told him like, oh, I don't know yet, because my homegirl, it's her boo, and mind you, my homegirl asked if I could drive, like if I come pick her up from her house, and I didn't mind because that's my friend, but sometimes I'll be annoyed. I hate, let me get back to this part and then I'll get back to that part. So anyway, I'm like, I don't know, like, it's my homegirl boo or whatever, it's his birthday, and I'm like, and most likely she gonna tell me the address when I pick her up. Like, I'll just get the address and put it in or whatever. So I'm like, where you going? So he was like, oh, I'm not sure yet, I'm waiting on my boy, but most likely we probably gonna be like downtown or something like that. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool. So he's like, so you trying to link before? I knew I had a lot of little stuff to do before, so I was like, no, because I had to do my hair. Around this time when I used to hang out with him, I used to switch my wigs up all the time. I was into like, I used to switch my wigs up like every time, so every time he see me, I'll have a different wig. Like, so I'm like, nah, dang, I just took my hair, I'm gonna have to wash it, do the most. So I'm like, no, I'll just see you afterwards. I'm be like, I was telling him like, most likely I'm gonna be like in Hollywood, so yeah, we could link or whatever. So he like, okay, cool, right? Y'all, now that I know I'm linking with my man afterwards, oh, I'm finding the shortest dress, the cutest heels. I'm picking out my best wig. Like, I'm trying to look like her, right? So fast forward, it's time for us to leave or whatever, and I went to go pick up my homegirl. Let me get back to now what I was saying about picking people up. I don't mind giving people a... Yes, I do. Let me stop lying. I completely mind. I do not like... Because I feel like... Unless you live next door to me or your house is like right off of the freeway exit I have to get off of to go home, then I don't mind. But it's like if I have to go out of my way to go detour to get you, I mind, and it'd be so annoying because it's like you got to think about it. When you on the way there, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the night, when you feeling good and you ready to just go home and be in your bed, I don't want to have to get off on an exit I wasn't supposed to get off of, drive down a long street, take you home, then get back on the freeway, go. I don't want to do all of that. Like, I'd rather you drive your car, I drive mine. Like, I hate, I don't give, I swear, if it's going out of my way, I don't care if somebody be like, oh, I'll give you gas, whatever. No, baby. I do not care. I do not like having to drive more than what I have to drive. Like, that shit is annoying. And I always end up living like, I don't live like near downtown or Hollywood, so I gotta drive a little way to get home or whatever. Not too far or whatever, but still be like, I don't have to go out of my way when I go straight home. Anyway. But it's my girl, and this is her invite, so I'm like, whatever. I'll just pick her up, whatever, right? Anyway, so I went and picked her up, whatever. So I'm excited, y'all. She come outside, she looking good, too. I'm like, yes, girl, like, we finna have a time. So we ended up pulling up to where we was gonna go to. When we first pulled up over there, they parking. The people that was outside, they had a sign that said $10 parking. So we pull up, we like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, $10? He gonna say, no, it's $40 tonight. Baby, what? It didn't make no damn sense. I was so irritated because I'm like, they doing too much. So I tell her like, yeah, we not about to park right here. So she's like, yeah, we could just park, like it's literally some spots on the other street. So we could do a little walking and it ain't too bad. I just feel like in certain times, I'm not paying for certain type of parking. Like if it's convenient for me, then yeah. But you got a parking lot where you stuffing a million cars into one parking lot, you gonna take my keys. And then 9 times out of 10, y'all, I paid for parking before and it was like you came outside and they got your keys and you look like, ain't nobody here. Where the fuck my keys at? And then it'd be a damn box full of keys. And it's like, y'all could take any car at this point. No. So I was like, okay, we're going to park around the corner, right? At this point, too, we had to like, it took us a minute, too, to even get to where we was going. Because when I first got to my homegirl house, he was like, oh, we about to change locations because they thought they had a section. They didn't have a section. And in the place they thought they had it, they was going to get it at was sold out. So they had to move somewhere else. So already at this time, we getting there like a little late. But it's not bad because, you know, the club don't be jumping until later anyway. So we pulled over, we park or whatever. We start to walk towards to go to the club. Y'all, when we was walking to go to the club, it's this random ass ATM. I don't do shit like this no more. But I used to be the type that didn't give not one fuck. If I need some money out, I'm gonna go to that ATM. So it was this random ATM right there, which is bad, y'all. Cause I would literally get money out of an ATM if it's in the middle of Skid Row. I'd be like, oh, I need some cash, and it's an ATM. So anyway, it was an ATM right there, and I was like, you know what? Before we walked past it, I was like, ooh, let me get some cash out. Like, I'm gonna get a little bit of cash out or whatever. So she was like, girl, no, you don't have to. Like, he told me to let him know when we at the door, he gonna come out and get us or whatever. She was like, and they got a section, so we don't got to worry about, like, no, having to pay for drinks or anything like that. I'm like, all right, whatever, like, you know. So we start walking. Mind you, we in heels. We walking. We got to the corner, like, and right when you cross the street, the club was on the other corner right there. Well, not the corner, but, like, really basically right there. I was like, wait, right when we was gonna cross, I said, wait, can we go back to the ATM? I'm gonna just get some money out. So she like, girl, my feet hurt. Like, not hurt, but like, damn, we in heels and you doing too much. I'm like, no, someone was just telling me get some money out, right? So I'm like, I just want to have like $60 on me just because, like, let me just get some money out. So I go to the ATM or whatever, I got some money out and we end up going. We get to the front, she's calling dude, he's not answering the phone. Not answering the phone. So she ended up calling him. She calling him. Probably like after like, I don't know, a few times she called him. He finally answered, but she can't even hear him. She got it on speaker, but we really can't hear him. It's loud as fuck in the club. So she ended up hanging up and texted him like, hey, I'm at the door. Why this man text her back and said, okay, let me know when you get in. I thought he was gonna come pull us out the motherfucking line. Mind you, the line was still long to get in the club or whatever. So she was like, girl, he said to let him know when I get in. So I'm like, oh, I thought he was gonna come get us. So I'm like, either way it go, I'm happy I literally just took some money out. But I'm like, see if he gonna come get us, like, see what he say or whatever. So she ended up texting him and she was like, oh, are you gonna come get us at the door? And he just kept saying like, let me know when you come in, we over here. Yeah. probably how many people he could get in with his section. He probably already reached that limit. Who knows? I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, all right, whatever. So we waited in line. I'm over here texting Florida. I'm like, how's your night going? He's like, starting it a little late, but it's cool. What about you? I'm like, ugh, I'm annoyed because y'all, I'm trying to view this man's story. One thing about him, he was not a person that just posts a lot. So I was kind of annoyed because I'm like, damn, I can't see what he doing. I was already irritated too. I ain't even gonna lie. Him saying that he was going to the club with his homeboy for his homeboy cousin birthday, I was stressed and pissed off because I was like, no, he can't be going with them. Y'all, his friends, no offense to his friend, which I highly doubt he would be watching this, him or his girl, whatever, but no offense to them, but that friend was a bum and he was dusty. I know y'all probably like, how you say no offense and then offend this man? He probably know that. This man was a dusty, dirty bum. And I ain't like this friend anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And I just was like, ugh, like, you're not about to be the fly guy with a whole bunch of bums. The hoes is gonna want to be on you. And all this, I used to just be thinking of craziest shit like, oh my God, this, that, and the third. His friend is a bum. His friend be doing this. His friend is that. I'm just thinking all this type of shit. So I was kind of already irritated that he was even going to the club. Because how is you cool? You going to the club when you got me, your future girlfriend, outside? Anyway, so, yeah, I was just like, all right, whatever. I didn't respond back to him or whatever after that. We ended up getting in the club or whatever. We had to pay to get in. So finally we got in. She ended up telling him like she was inside. We went and stood by the bar. So we standing there for a cool minute. He ended up walking up. Mind you, it's a club. So it's a few people walking up like trying to say little stuff to us or whatever. Y'all, tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me the fuck why. When I see this one boy walking up to us, I'm like, I know damn well. Ain't no way. I know damn well. Y'all, tell me why a man walk up to us. This nigga has on a birthday boy slash. Birthday man, birthday king, birthday. He has on a slash. And what looked to be a tiara. Okay, could have been a crown or whatever. But it was just like, how is you? Hey Arnold, why the fuck is that shit so small on your head? It was really just irritating. And I'm like, oh, I know this ain't him. Oh, I know this ain't him. I know this ain't this nigga that she talked to. I know this ain't him. Y'all, why this man walk up to her and gonna give her a hug and talk about some, why you at the bar? We got a bottle over there. I said, ain't no way. Mind you, she said after she had met him with me that she hung out with him once, but it was just on like some real quick, like just chill type shit. It wasn't really, they wasn't outside, I guess. But I don't know. This is very strange. I was like, oh my God, this ain't my nigga, so I don't care. But like, why? So anyway, she introduced me to him. I'm like, oh, what's up? He like, yeah, come over here. We got a bottle or whatever. Another bottle finna come out or whatever like that. So we start walking up. It's packed. They section is packed. Booty to elbow, y'all. They had like a whole bunch of people up in there. And you could tell they like gangbangers and stuff like that. Well, they not like they are gangbangers. You could tell because they over there at the music playing. They throwing up their hood. I'm like, oh, this is a hood function. No lie like that. But I was like, okay, whatever. So he ended up taking us by the couch, and there was some girls sitting on the couch, and they was cool. They was cool as fuck. They ended up moving over a little bit so we could sit down too. So at this point, they had a little bit left in the bottle that they already had. So we got us a shot. We took a shot with him or whatever. We sitting there, the music just playing. You know, I'm making videos because I need to post on my IG story because I need Florida to see him so that he could get a little jealous and see what the fuck I'm doing, right? So anyway, so I'm posting videos and stuff like that, trying to look cute. Well, not trying to. I was looking the fuck good. I'm posting videos and I'm just like looking super cute or whatever like that. And I'm looking at my views. Who in my views? My man. And I know he probably thinking like, why she ain't text me back? Y'all, I used to think because I was crashing out like a Delulu fucking queen, I thought that he was crashing out too over me. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm playing games. I ain't text back. And I'm posting on Instagram. He gonna be so mad. Whole time this man... yeah. Anyway. So, I'm just posting or whatever. We taking shots. Everybody cool. Like I said, we all dancing in the section. My homegirl fucking it up on Lil Hey Arnold or whatever. They having a time. Everybody real cool. Like, it was boys like this one dude. He came over there trying to talk to me. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, you look familiar. Like, did we go to school together or something like that? He like, no, I don't know you. I don't know where you know me from, but I don't know you, but I'm trying to get to know you. I'm like, no. No, I'm cool, y'all, because it's crazy. Like, when I was talking to Florida, and I used to tell him, too, like, I think you did some type of hoodoo voodoo on me because I promise y'all, I couldn't even date anybody else. Like, me and him was in just dating, you know, casually dating, talking, whatever. But when I would try to talk to somebody else, it would never work at all. Like, the person could be cool. We could be compatible. The person could be cool. We could be compatible. And it just wouldn't work. Like, I wouldn't like them. It just, something would happen. And I will always just think about this man. He would not get off my fucking mind. I used to crash out over him, over the, like... Yeah, I told y'all what we did to this man's house for absolutely nothing. I was literally losing my mind behind him. So I used to be like, no, I'm cool. The boy trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm cool. He like, let me get you a shot. First of all, you did not just go pay for me a shot. You picked up a bottle off of this table for whoever paid for this section. It's probably a little Hey Arnold section with the slash on. Anyway, so he was kind of like trying to talk to me, but I was giving him the cold shoulder because I really didn't even want to talk to him. I'm over here stalking Florida Page, wondering why this man ain't posted. And yeah, at this point, it's itching me up. So I'm over here texting him back. Mind you, oh boy's talking to me, and this is me texting him back. It's really fun where I am. I hope you're having fun tonight. What time you think you're going to leave? Because I still want to see you. Da, 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 da. And old boy talking to me, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm just like annoyed. So one girl was like, boy, leave her the fuck alone. She clearly don't want to talk to you. So I started laughing. He was like, I don't care. I'm still going to shoot my shot. She playing hard to get or whatever. At this point, they started playing Moment for Life in the club. And I was like, oh, so I'm going up. You know, we singing a song. And in my head, I kind of started laughing. Mind you, I'm singing a song. We all singing it. Everybody just turned up. The boy, he over here saying something to me. I don't know what he's even saying to me because I'm not paying him no mind. I'm just making a video and I'm singing a song. But I started laughing to myself. This man think I'm laughing at him. Y'all, the reason why I was laughing to myself because every time I love Moment for Life down. But every time it come on, it make me think of Joe. Because Joe used to tell me, every time I hear that song, I go to jail. So I was thinking in my head about that moment and I was just dying laughing. Like, I wonder if Joe's somewhere getting arrested right now. I don't know. Like, every time it just always make me think of that. So I was literally just dying laughing or whatever. So he like, yeah, see, I knew I could make you smile. Like, I look at him and I just went over there to my homegirl and I put the phone around, I put my arm around her neck and we singing the song or whatever. We just vibing or whatever, right? So at this point, I was like, ooh, girl, I gotta use the bathroom. Mind you, the song off at this point. I was like, ooh, I gotta pee. Y'all, one thing about me, I'm a twinkler sprinkler. When I get to drinking, I get to twinkling. I be trying to rhyme. Y'all see me. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. But at this point, she was sitting on her dude lap or whatever, and he's smoking. They like passing the glizzy. Oops, that's not a glizzy, a blizzy. They passing it back and forth to each other. So I was like, oh, you don't have to come with me if you don't want to. I was like, I go by myself because, you know, I'm not trying to ruin a little cute moment. So she's like, ooh, no, I was waiting because I know you always got to pee. I was waiting on you to say something because I got to go too. So I was like, okay, cool. So we ended up leaving and going to the bathroom, y'all. We in the bathroom, I'm telling her like, oh, your little dude is dustier as fuck, but he cool. Like, him and his people is real cool. You know, that little hat and that slash hat got me, but little tiara is cool. So he like, yeah. So she like, yeah, we just laughing and stuff like that. We taking pictures. Y'all, mind you, I had text Florida. That nigga ain't text me back. So a part of me is looking at my phone, laughing at my homegirl, but still in a part of me in my mind is like low-key crashing out. But I'm like, I ain't finna even say nothing because I'm end up texting him, cussing him the fuck out. Because why ain't you responding? But I'm like, okay, he did say he going out tonight. But I'm thinking like, damn, he probably in the club and a girl probably did something. Y'all, losing it. So anyway, we ended up leaving out the bathroom and we go back to the section or whatever and we just sit down. Mind you, me and her, at this point when we went to use the bathroom, I don't know if it's like activated the liquor, but at this point I'm like, ooh, y'all, I'm gone. She like, girl, me too. So we just kind of just sit there and we just start kind of talking. We laugh and we just like spacing out, but we laughing to each other, right? At this point, me and her sitting there for a cool minute. We start drinking and stuff again, even though we gone, but I'm drinking water too, chasing it with the liquor. And we just like talking or whatever. So she was telling me like, girl, you might not have to take me home tonight because like I might go home with my boo. So I'm thinking like, yes, yes. Because I already told y'all, Florida and me finna meet up later tonight, even though he ain't responded at this point. I'm like, we finna meet up later tonight, so it's like, damn, I will have to go all the way to take her home, then drive back this way or whatever, and we gonna get to why we'll have to drive back in a minute. We'll get there. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, I don't have to do that. So when she told me she might leave with him, I'm like, yes. I'm like, all right, well, just let me know whatever you want to do. Because whatever she wanted to do, I was still going. If she needed me to take her, I would take her. If she was going to leave with him, whatever. So I was like, just let me know. We still in there. We just talking, vibing, whatever, chilling. Y'all, tell me why a boy come up to me and he tapped me on the shoulder. So I ignored it. I ain't even going to lie to you. I ignored it and I just start sipping my cup. But I'm not even really sipping. I'm fake sipping it or whatever. To kind of go with more that I'm ignoring you. But I don't know. So then I get it was like a push tap. Like, okay, hold on now, ho. I turned her, look over and I was like, oh, am I in your way or something? I'm thinking he trying to get by, like walk past. So he was like, nah. The homeboy said, why you over here looking lonely? So then he was like, nah. He was like, the homeboy told me you look good and he want to come talk to you. So I was all like, the one that was just over here. So he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he was just over here. He was like, but yeah, he said he want to talk to you, look good, and he want to buy you a drink or whatever. So I was just like, oh, no, I'm good. And he was like, you good? Like, you sure? At this point, because he had sat down next to me. At this point, he stood up. And I wasn't going to look over because I was like, I already know who it is. It's that boy. I didn't want to go look up over there. So he stood up, but he kind of like blocking my view. He was like, dang, you don't want to talk to him? Like, for real? Like that or whatever? So he kept turning away or whatever. He like, I'm going to call him over here. And I was like, why? Like, I told I'm good. Like, whatever. So then me and my homegirl, we laughing to each other or whatever, right? Y'all, tell me why somebody come up over there and I feel a rub on my back and I like jumped out. Look. Y'all, tell me fucking why. Guess who it was? It was not the boogeyman, y'all. It was my man. I look up and I was like, but he behind him, because at first when I look up, I couldn't see. So I'm like, look, who the fuck touching me? So I look, I'm like, wait. I said, what are you doing here? It was Florida, y'all. I stood up like, move. It really was like, okay, nigga, move out my way. So the boy laughed. He like, yeah, see why you was doing all of that. And I go over there, I hugged him. I'm like, what are you doing here? At this point, my homegirl, she already met him or whatever. So he like, oh, what's up? I'm like, oh my God, y'all. Because at first I just hugged him and I'm just like, you know when it's like, I know we talking and stuff like that, but I don't know if we PDA. I don't know if that's what we doing right now. So when I just like hugged him, it was like that. And I like looked at him. I was like, what are you doing here? He grabbed my face and kissed me. Yeah. I was like, this my nigga. It's like, this the homeboy shit. Like, what are you doing here? So I was like, this the party? Like, your homeboy cousin? I'm like, that's your homeboy cousin? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? That's my friend's boo. He was like, that's crazy as fuck. It's a small world. I'm like, right. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting him to know whoever she knew because I just wasn't expecting it. And mind you, I told y'all it was so many people in the section. And Florida told me that he had just got there like not too long ago. So I guess he got there with his friend or whatever. They rode together. So I'm like, oh. So when I was looking, I'm like, I seen the other boy that was trying to talk to me. I seen him with Florida dusty ass homeboy. And I was looking, I'm like, that's why that boy looked familiar. I seen him before. So I was like, that's crazy. So he was like, yeah. He was like, how you doing though? You good? Like, you need a drink? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I had enough. So he was like, okay. So I'm like, oh my, I'm just like excited, y'all. My man is, I was so happy. Like, I was too happy or whatever. So at this point, we kind of like moved over to the side because I'm like, I want to talk to you. Like, I'm all in your face. My homegirl, she with her dude, so it's not like I just left her for some D. Yeah. So she talking to the boy she was talking to, whatever. So we go over to the side, we talking and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, I had got on this side of town like pretty late or whatever. That's why I didn't hit you back, because I was like driving, trying to hurry up and get over here. He was like, but then I see you up in the club. So he was like, any of these niggas try to talk to you? So I'm like, one, but I'm like, but I ain't paying him no mind. So he was like, I know you wouldn't talk to none of these niggas. Like, at this point, I wanted to leave the club. I wanted to ask my homegirl, hey, if you need a ride, I'll come back and get you. I'm just kidding. I really wanted to fucking leave. I just wanted to jump his bounds. What they be saying? So anyway, we talking at this point. We end up going back over there to the section. I'm dancing on him too. Me and my homegirl, we doing our double team, you know, dancing on these niggas, working them and doing whatever we want to do. I'm just kidding. But no, we having fun. It was a cool little night. At this point, the club started ending or whatever. So my homegirl was like, oh, yeah, she not gonna leave with old boy. But she was like, why she's not gonna leave with him? Because come to find out, little Miss Tiara ain't got no motherfucking whip. So she was like, can I take her home so she could go back to her car? If she would have drove her own car, she would have been good. But she was like, yeah, can you take me back to my house so I could go get my car and then I'm gonna link back up with him or whatever. So I was just like, okay, like, sure. But I'm like, dang. So Florida was like, yeah, you're not about to dry your car right now, so just hop in. I'll take your homegirl to her house and then I'll bring you back over here to your car. So I'm like, oh, look at my man doing stuff. We end up dropping her off and then we pulled back up to where my car was, and we just sitting there for a cool minute. So he was like, I don't want to sit right here, like, you know, like, it's kind of hot, like, but it was like more clubs going on over there, and it was like little after hours spots, not after hours, but like little bars and shit. So it was still people lingering. So he was like, I don't really want to just sit right here or whatever. So I was just like, I'm trying to make him sit right here though, y'all. I have my reasons why. We'll get there. I told this story on Twitter. I mean, I told this story on live. I think TikTok live or Twitch, one of them. So I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to sit here. I'm like trying to talk. So he was like, yeah, we could go to your house or whatever. I could follow you home. Like, you good to drive right now? At this point, I was way good. I was really good to drive. I was fine. I wasn't even feeling drunk no more. So I'm like, okay, shit, fuck it. Let's go. I'm like, let's go to my house or whatever. So he followed me to my house or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm going to show you where you could park at, because the parking was like real tricky over there. So I'm like, okay, you could park right here. And I ended up pulling my car at a spot and he pulled his behind me, y'all. Why I get out my car, he get out his car. I walk and got in his driver door, got in the passenger seat, and I was like, let's just talk in here for a cool minute. He was like, okay, that works, because I want to smoke anyway. Like, I wanted to smoke. So I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, we just vibing in the car. We listening to instrumentals, fake freestyling, well, freestyling to each other. We just having a cool little time. And y'all, he kept trying to mention that he wanted to get out the car and go in the house. Mind you, he has never been in my house at this point. Anyway, so he never been in my house. So he wanted to, he like mentioning, you know, because we know what's gonna go down, y'all. So I'm over here, I'm noticing, because he was done smoking, I'm noticing, I'm like, I just feel so relaxed in here. I'm like, I don't know if it's because you just hotbox, but it feels so good in here. I'm like, and plus you don't gotta worry about nothing on this street, like this cool little neighborhood or whatever, like you good. So he was just like, oh, okay. You know, I guess he could kind of tell that it was something up, like I'm being weird. So I was just like, oh, let's get in the back seat. You know, basically like, let's do in the car, not in the house. So he kind of like seeming like it's something up, but he not really like saying nothing about it, like pressing it. Only how I found out is like, we gonna get there. So he not saying nothing about it or whatever, but he most definitely thought it was weird. Later he did express that he thought it was weird that I was trying to stay in the car the whole time. Mind you, when we was in the car, when we was talking and vibing and stuff like that, I kept telling him like, ooh, dang, it's gonna rain on Thursday. And he was like, oh, for real? And I'm like, yeah, we need us a rainy day special where we just be in the house and chilling. Like, we need a day like that. And he was like, yeah, like we do. Like, that would be so cute. Like, he was like, that'd be cool, like Netflix and chill. I'm like, I could make us some food or whatever, and we could just chill in the house. Like, that would be just such a cool little rainy day or whatever. So he was like, okay, Thursday we gonna do that. So I'm like, yeah, we talking about it and all this other stuff like that, y'all. So now let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to Thursday, y'all, right? Okay. So during the week, we was still talking about this Netflix and chill. I'm telling him like, ooh, it's this new movie on Netflix we gotta watch. I got Hulu, I got Prime, I got Disney Plus, I got Stars, I got everything. We can watch anything. I'm just telling him, we already listed stuff like, ooh, he was like, I wanted to start watching this. I gotta catch up on BMF. I'm like, ooh, yeah, we gotta catch up on Raising Kanan too, because I ain't been watching it. Mind you, we will watch it and we will talk about the show or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I haven't been watching that, so we gotta catch up on that. Just a lot of little stuff, right? So he like, okay, cool. So let's fast forward to it's Thursday. It's the rainy day, it's Thursday. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna come around such and such time. Mind you, let me just tell y'all, I ain't gonna say too much, but if you could read between the lines, you can read between the lines. But I already said it on Twitch and yeah, or TikTok, whatever live I was on around that time when I talked about this. So mind you, at this point, when he would try to like come over and stuff like that, I always told him, I was like, oh, you could come to my house. I was like, but my sister and my nephews is staying with me right now because, you know, they about to move and stuff like that. They staying with me. And I would tell him like, you know, we not in no relationship, so I really don't want just anybody in and out my house. Like, you know, around my nephews and stuff like that. Not even like that, even though we are dealing with each other, we're, you know, fucking. Why do this? Like, he got a, like, we scissoring. We ain't scissoring, y'all. It was not no scissors going on. But even though we doing all of that, still you not my man, and we're still like getting to know each other. Not saying like we just met yesterday and we doing a do. You know, you never really know somebody for real. You do, but it takes time. So we still getting to know each other. So I'm like, I don't. And I already thought this man did voodoo on me. I swear, when I say that, I'm dead serious. I even used to tell him that. Like, I really think you put something on me. You did something, because, yeah. But, I told him, like, you know, I just don't want, one thing about me, I don't like my family and my business, one. And then two, I'm like, I don't, you know, it's just understandable. Like, they not my kids, but that's like if they was my kids. I'm not about to just have my kid around a man that I'm just dating, regardless if I'm sleeping with him or not. You're not my man. You're not my boyfriend. I haven't got to know you as a person. Like, I'm not about to just have you around my people and all in my house. Like, that's not what we finna do, right? So, on this day, this rainy day, I told him like, okay, it's good. They ain't gonna be here. It's good. Like, it's cool. It's a cool little day, which he respected that though. He really respected that. He was like, okay, like I understand. Cause like, I wouldn't just have nobody around my son or whatever like that. Like, you know, I get it. So I was like, okay, cool. So I told him that Thursday, it was gonna be a good day. Right. So back to the story. So Thursday came and he was like, okay, I'm gonna come to your house around like 3 o'clock, 3-ish. 4-ish, whatever. He was like, I just got a few things to do and then I'm gonna come to your house or whatever, right? I was like, okay, y'all. Palms is sweaty. I'm nervous as fuck. This is crazy to me because I'm just like, yeah, if you was on Twitch, you know why. So I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck, Symone? You so fucking dumb, bro. You just be doing shit, right? So he ended up hitting me up and he's like, oh, okay, I just got done. Remember I told y'all we didn't live in the same city. He lived like 45 hour 50 whatever away from me. So he was all like, okay, I just got done doing what I need to do. He was like, when I touch down to LA, I gotta just go grab something from his homeboy house, the dusty one. He was like, I gotta go grab something from his house or whatever. He's like, and then I'm gonna be right there too. He's like, let me know if you want me to pick up anything or whatever like that. He kept trying to get me to try this gumbo burrito, which I need to ask him. I don't want to try that, but it was this truck that he would go to and he'd be like, the gumbo burrito. One thing about this man, he was a foodie, but he was like, yeah, I could pick up a gumbo burrito. They got a whole bunch of stuff, so I could just order a whole bunch of stuff, so you don't gotta cook. Like, we could just, you know, order some food and just chill or whatever. And he was like, and I could go get a bottle. You know, just let me know whatever you need me to get. You don't got to go out and get it. It's raining. Like, I could go get everything since I got to drive anyway. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, you about to get on the freeway right now? He like, yeah, I'm about to get on the freeway right now. I'll see you in a minute, right? Okay, perfect, right? Y'all, I'm sweating fucking bricks. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm sitting here like, oh my God, bro, you fucking dumb. What the fuck? What's finna go next? Like, what are you finna say? Because this man cannot come to my house. And I'm just like, he can't come here. But I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna say? You taking this shit too far. I'm fucking bad. Like, not bad, but like, I was gonna say horrible, because why the fuck are you letting this go this far when you know damn well he cannot come here? So I'm like, fuck. So, y'all, I'm sitting on the couch, sweating bricks, sitting there watching TV or whatever, looking at my roommate, and I'm just like, next thing you know, time went by. So remember, he hit me up. He said he was coming around like 3 or 4, right? So at this point, it's probably like 4:50, about to be 5 o'clock, right? So I'm like, I ain't heard from him, but I'm like, it do take him like a little while to get out here. So I'm like, maybe he gonna go do what he gonna do with his friend and then come back. I'm like, and then get here or whatever. Call me when he gets to the taco truck. I mean, the food truck or whatever. So I'm like, fuck. I'm looking on Instagram. I'm trying to look. I'm like, damn, this nigga don't post shit. I'm trying to find his friend Instagram so I can look at his story or whatever. Look at anybody's story. I just need to see what the fuck going on, because I'm like, what the fuck am I finna say? Like, this shit is just insane to me. So I'm sitting there. At first, I kind of got dressed and I was like, you know what, I'm about to just go to my grandma's house and then we'll go from there. Time go by, y'all. Next thing you know, it's like 5:40-ish, right? So I'm looking at my 5:40-ish. I look at my phone, I'm like, he ain't text me or nothing. I'm looking, he didn't call me, nothing. I'm like, okay, maybe he got out here late. Maybe it was traffic. It is a Thursday, you know, maybe it was just like he had a lot going on, or he, you know, got tied up. So I'm like, whatever, even though I was still just sitting there in my clothes ready to go at any moment, right? So next thing you know, it's about like 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock at this point, y'all. Gaslighting. Oh my God. I was being y'all, horrible. I don't, y'all. We talked about all of this, so we put all this behind us. There's no secrets in this relationship. So I'm like, it's like 7:30. This man ain't hit me up. He ain't said anything. What the fuck? I'm like, I knew I was finna be weird today, but this nigga's being weird. So I ended up texting him and I was like, a question mark, right? It said delivered. I said, okay. I'm sitting there. No response. No response. I go to his Instagram. I don't see nothing. He ain't post nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, I'm annoyed because I'm like, this is so weird. Like, this is so weird. Like, why he ain't responding? And he said like 3, 4 o'clock. It's like 7 o'clock, right? So next thing you know, it's about like 8 o'clock, y'all. About to be 9. I ended up texting this man and I was like, you're so fucking weird. If you didn't want to do... gaslighting, because yeah, I'm like, you're so fucking weird. If you didn't want to really have a movie night, I mean a movie day today, a in-home rainy day schedule, that's all you had to say. I'm like, that's so fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure you probably went to your friend's house, because I used to really think like when he'd be at his friend's house, I used to think like they probably got a bitch over there for him. He wouldn't be just all up over there all the time like that, but I always thought like it's a bitch for him somewhere, you know, somewhere there's a bitch for this man. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. You're weird as fuck. I'm like, you probably went to your homeboy house and fell in some coochie, because ain't no motherfucking way you was supposed to come here at 3, 4. I said, I know what happened. Y'all, I'm making up scenarios in my head. I'm thinking about all this shit. I'm like, I know what happened. I said, you went over there and next thing you know, it was a bitch probably butt naked, start seeing your thing. And then I'm texting all this crazy ass shit to this man, y'all, by the way. I'm like, and then you probably went in there and laid up and turned and y'all probably got drunk and you probably fell in some coochie and fell asleep. That's so fucking crazy. You're weird as fuck. Don't ever call me again. Don't text me again. You're weird as shit. Never again. Da 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 da. No, I'm texting all this crazy ass shit, right? So I put my phone down, sitting there like, fucking weird ass nigga. Now I'm over here picturing all of it. I'm literally getting sick to my stomach because I'm imagining this man over there fucking beating down some walls, right? So I'm getting sick to myself, like my stomach was hurting. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I gotta throw up. I'm really just stressing myself out. I told you I crash out for no fucking reason. So I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Mind you, it's been like an hour and now it's probably about to be like 10 o'clock. So I'm looking like, my message didn't even go through, y'all. It didn't say delivered. I was like, what? This nigga blocked me, y'all. At this point, I'm really crashing. I'm like, what the fuck? I used to literally be in my house losing my motherfucking mind behind this man, and he didn't do nothing to me. So at this point, I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, oh, you blocked me? Yeah, you're weird as fuck. It's cool. Delete my number. Don't ever talk to me again. It's done. Da 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 da. I would never speak to you again. You're so fucking stupid. Be this. Calling him out of his name. All type of shit. But I don't do that no more. Like, we don't do that. I grew up, and I would admit that I was very insecure and dumb for that, because this man was never calling me out my name, not disrespecting me or doing anything to me for me to be getting at him like this. Anyway, so I cussed him out again. Still ain't go through. What the fuck? So at this point I said, oh, I know what I need to do. I would play music in my house, subliminal music, and I would be literally posting back-to-back me videos of me screaming subliminal ass songs, losing my mind. All I needed was the damn hoverboard to be spinning around in a circle on. Y'all, losing my fucking mind. If you followed me on Instagram around this time frame, then you would see like, oh, I used to post a lot. I'll be in the house listening to music and be like, and fuck you stupid bitch ass nigga. Like, just doing the most, right? So I'm like, I posted on Instagram. I'm like, I know he gonna slip up and view my motherfucking story, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap, right? I already cussed him out. But I'm gonna cuss him out one more time, and I'm gonna block him, right? I posted. I'm looking at my views going through. I'm like, I don't see him. So at this point, I'm starting to get concerned. I'm like, what the fuck? So I end up texting him. I'm like, you good? Mind you, when he said he was going to his friend's house, I did not trust these people. And I have very, very much so reason not to. And I was proven fucking right when motherfuckers was trying to set my motherfucking number up. But that's not my story to tell. Anyway, so I was proven right eventually. Because I used to never, it was something real shady about them dusty ass niggas. Some real shit. So anyway, I start kind of worrying, because I'm like, wait, it always do be like some weird shit that happen up over there. Like, it was too many weird incidents where I be like, bro, this is not your fucking friend. I be like, ain't no way that all this weird shit happens. I mean, just thank God you be on your P's and Q's and be paying attention to shit. But ain't no way that all this weird shit happens and your friend just don't know about nothing. It just be like, oh, wow, my tried to follow you, huh? Wow, my friend tried, like, you know, so I already knew about some of this shit. So now I'm kind of thinking like, oh my God, I just sent him all this crazy shit. Something probably happened to him. So I'm scared. So I'm like, you good? At this point, I'm stressed out. I'm like, I want to go drive past his friend's house because I want to see if his car is out there. And I'm like, damn, but if his car is out there, what do? Do I knock on the door? But I'm like, what if they did something to him and they snatch me in the house and do something to me? I'm like, or what if I do go and he really is laid up with a bitch? So I'm over here really like mad but sad, like I don't know how the fuck to feel. But I'm like, the phone is not going through. I'm like, this is not like him. This is so fucking weird. So I try to call him. It goes straight to voicemail. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me see if he blocked me. So I blocked my number and I try to call him, straight to voicemail. To even see if I was tripping, y'all, I had somebody else call him straight to voicemail. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? So I'm like, oh no, I'm losing my mind, because I'm like, wow, I just cussed him out. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I cussed him out and something probably happened to him. Oh my God, I'm just literally losing my mind. And I really wanted to go drive over past his friend's house, but it was raining so bad that day, y'all. I was just like, you know what? If I don't hear from him, and like in the morning or something like that, or around a certain amount of time, I was like, I'll just reach out to like his sister or something like that. 'Cause at this point I had met his sister and his cousin before, so I'm like, I'll just reach out to his sister or his cousin, and I would just tell them like, hey, have y'all heard from him? And then I would, like, you know, let them know more, because I'm like, this is crazy, right? So y'all, I'm sitting there, I could not eat. I was sick to my stomach, y'all, for multiple reasons. One, because if he was somebody else, I was sick. If something happened to him, I was sick. If he ignored me, oh, I was sick. So I'm just sick to my stomach, like, what the fuck is going on? So finally, y'all, it's probably like 1 in the morning, because I couldn't sleep. Every time I cut off the TV and try to go to sleep, I couldn't go to sleep. So I'm just sitting there watching TV, going through my phone, just looking. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. It was like 1 in the morning and my phone is ringing. And the name that popped up said Florida. Florida. It didn't really say Florida though, but it's crazy because I called him Florida because that's what I called him with my friends too. I'm like, oh, Florida. So anyway, it say Florida, right? And it say his real name either. I used to always just give him dumb ass names. Anyway, so it said Florida. I'm like, Florida. At this point, I don't know how to feel. I'm kind of mad, but then I was like, what if it's somebody calling? They're gonna call for ransom. Oh my God, why are they calling me? I'm just like, y'all, I'm stressing the fuck out. So I'm like, let me just answer the phone. I'm staring at the phone. I was like, I took too long to answer it. They hung up. So I'm like, I went to the message and I see it's typing. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, let me call back. So I'm calling back. I'm like, hello? And he was like, man, you will never guess what the fuck happened to me today. But like, so irritated. And I was like, at this point, y'all, what? So I'm kind of annoyed. I said, wait. He was like, you would never guess what happened to me today. This shit is crazy. I'm like, what happened to you? Y'all, I got a whole attitude because I'm like, it clearly ain't that bad. You able to call me. So he was like, man, this shit, you would never believe me. He's like, but I'm about to send you a screenshot right fucking now. Like, he was like, I'm about to send you a picture right now. He's like, this shit is crazy. He was like, I left my house. He was like, and some told me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be in LA for a minute. This is my first time being at your house. He was like, and I trust you. You know, I don't think nothing crazy of you. But some told me, go back and get your glizzy. You know, because this your first time being at her house. You finna just be laid up. So go back and get your glizzy. He said, so I went home. I grabbed my glizzy or whatever. He was like, because usually, he was like, I always have it with me. But like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna just be at your house and then go home. Like, you know, we just gonna be laid up today and chill. It wasn't gonna be nothing like that, so I really didn't need it. He's like, but some told me, go back and get it. He said, so I went back and get it. And right when I was getting on the freeway, I hear the sirens. I get pulled over. He was like, they told me they was pulling me over because my tent was too dark. And I was like, okay. He was all like, and then when I rolled down the window, he was like, because you know, I like to smoke while I drive. He was like, they got hit with so much smoke. He was like, so they was like, they want to search the car. He said, they found the glizzy in my car and took me to jail. So I'm like, you went to jail today? He was like, yeah. He was like, hold on. Oh, I see you had texted me. Let me see. I'm like, don't read that. Don't read that. Because at this point, he already just sent me the picture, like, of the paperwork. Like, he really went to jail. So I'm like, oh, yeah, just ignore that. I'm like, don't read that. Just finish telling me what happened. Y'all, I was like, this nigga probably think, like, you cool, but you weird. But, so I'm like, don't read that. Don't read that. So I'm like, finish telling me. He was like, yeah, that shit is crazy as fuck. They had me in jail all fucking day, whatever. He was all like, they took my tree and they took my glizzy. He was all like, and I had to bail out. I was all like, what the fuck? He was like, it was hard because he was like, I don't really know numbers like that. Like, I know my mom number. He was like, but she wasn't answering because she probably not wondering why this number is calling her. Because, you know, his people, he the only one who live out here. They all live in Florida. So he was all like, yeah, so it took a minute. He was like, yeah, and it was just all this other shit like that. He was like, but yeah, I'm so fucking irritated. So I'm like, oh my God. He was like, yeah, I'm about to just go home. He was like, they didn't take my car though, like, thankfully. He was like, so I'm good on that. He was like, but I'm about to go home. He was like, but I could still come if you want me to. He was like, but I'm pretty sure you probably just over it by now. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually over it. Y'all, at this point, I'm over here like, yes. Y'all, I wasn't excited this man went to jail, but a part of me kind of was. I ain't even gonna hold you because I was like, he couldn't come here anyway, and it would have just been a whole big disaster because I don't know what I would have came up with to tell him like, hey, I know we had this whole day planned. You wouldn't got this gumbo burrito that I'm not gonna eat, but you can't come here. Like, I don't know what I was gonna say. So I'm like, that's crazy. Like, look at God. Things work in mysterious ways. I promise y'all. So I'm like, oh my God. He was like, yeah. He was like, dang. He was like, but I'll be out there tomorrow. Like, I can make it up to you or whatever like that. Like, I come tomorrow. He was like, it's supposed to be still gloomy or tomorrow. Like, if you still want to like chill and stuff. And I was like, well, tomorrow my nephew and my sisters would be back. So that ain't gonna work. So he was like, okay, well, I can still come. Like, I can make it up to you. Like, we could get a room and we could do movie day in a room or something and chill. Like, you know, just like a little getaway from home or something. Like, just let me know. Like, he's like, I want to make it up to you. He was like, because I'm so mad right now. Like, I'm so mad. He was like, and I was like, he was like, you could come. Like, do you want to come out here? I'm like, right now? I was like, no. Bitch, it's 1 in the morning. But I'm just like, no. So he was just like, okay, well, yeah, I'll make it up to you or whatever like that. Next thing you know, he got quiet. So I'm like, hello, you still there? And he was like, hold on. So I'm like, hello, you still there? Hello, Florida, you still there? Mind you, he said, hold on. He was like, man, are you serious right now? He's like, you ain't talked to a nigga all day. You thought I would have just ignored you and just not said anything to you. Why would you make, he said, you have a whole story. He just started dying laughing. He's like, you got a whole story about what you think that I was doing while I wasn't answering the phone. He laughing. He was like, that shit just made me laugh. Like, that just brightened up my day because I was just so annoyed. But that's crazy. Like, oh my God, he just dying laughing. And I was just like, oh, yeah, just ignore that. Because I'm like, what the fuck? That's so embarrassing. Imagine cussing somebody out and they really got a valid reason like to why they didn't respond. I was so embarrassed. So he was like, okay. He was like, yeah, but I'm gonna still come tomorrow. We'll figure it out. He's like, I'm probably gonna have to go buy me another glizzy tomorrow, but you know, I'll be there or whatever. I'm just gonna move right like this time. I'm just like, okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow. He was like, yeah, I'm okay. Well, yeah, I'm still so sorry. Like, we was just laughing at this point. He laughing about the message I sent, but I was just really, really embarrassed. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was so embarrassed about the messages. But y'all, that, I don't know what I'm gonna title this. Y'all, I literally crashed out for no reason, and that shit was so embarrassing. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was so embarrassing. After that, we didn't even do like our little date day the next day. We ended up doing it like that following weekend, which, y'all, that was a whole motherfucking disaster because your girl got exposed. I got exposed. Well, I didn't get exposed. I had to expose myself in order, because if I didn't, it made things look very, very bad. But that day, this rainy day, played a big part in why I had to expose myself, because if I didn't, it would have just... we wouldn't be where we are, for sure. It just wouldn't have been like that. I had to. Like, if I didn't expose myself, he was going to cut me off, because this man thought some crazy ass shit about me at this point, which I seen because I was moving real funny and weird as shit. But that's a whole nother story. That's a part 2, because it goes into a lot of shit. And it goes into the story about what happened in the woods or whatever that day. But y'all, this is the end for this story time. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to hype your girl, because if I get some good hypes or likes, if I get a lot of good likes on this video, what's today? I'm posting this on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I'm posting this on Tuesday. If I could get this video, if y'all could get this video to... okay, if y'all could get this video to 4.5k likes, I'm gonna give y'all 4. It could be 4. If y'all get this video to 4k likes, I'll post part 2 on Saturday. I promise. Because I'll go ahead and record it and edit it in advance, and y'all get part 2 on Saturday. But part 2 is more like, girl, but I had to tell this part first so it could make sense to why I had to expose myself or get cut the fuck off. And yeah, but that's it for this story time. I love you guys so much. 4k likes, and I'll go ahead and post part 2 on Saturday. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.